Hi everyone, welcome to our Page 16 Python project. In this project, we did the networks between actors and actresses from the IMDb dataset, and we use the PageRank to evaluate the importance ranking of those actors and actresses. And at last, we visualize our result by showing the top listed actors. Uh, so let's move to the code part. First, we looked at the code book. We choose the four of seven. We choose the four of seven files that in this website. We choose the title principles, the name basics, and the title ratings and the title basics. We first cleaned this data. We only kept observations with movies as their title type and kept those with actors or actress as their categories. As their category in title principles. Also, in the file of name basics, we dropped all the observations with that year is not /n, which means we only incorporate actors or actresses who are still alive. Second, in order to keep all this information together, we use a merge function to merge all those files. We merge the title ratings and the title basics by the movie titles, so the movies without ratings are deleted. We merge the title principles and the name basics by the actors and actress name, so actors or actress with no name are deleted. At the last, we use the files that we just created, the title rating and the movie name to merge into our final dataset. We call it the movie final. Finally, we set some criteria and subset our dataset. We converted the start year and of the movie and the birth year of the actor and actress from category to numeric variables, and we dropped all those movies with the start year before 1959 and the actors or actress who are born before 1950. And then we dropped all those movies with their number of votes less than 500 and all those ratings less than 7. 507 are the third quantile of our data set. As for establishing the network between actors and actresses, we can now discover their relationships if they do not have worked together under the same movie. So we deleted movies which only have one actor or actress. And the last, we check the duplicates and the missing data. Fortunately, in our dataset, we do not have duplicates or any NAs, and we only keep the useful columns we will use in the network, and thus we have our final data, which has 17,091 rows and 4 columns. Now let's move to the network and the page ranking part. First, we create two sets, which has the unique movie titles and the unique actors. And second, we create all the nodes from the unique actors and actresses. Then we create a dictionary with the key as the movie title and the values as a list, which contains the movie rating and all the actors and actresses who are under the movie titles. And to create the edges, we run the for loop. For every actors and actress under the same movie titles, we create the edge between them and with the weight as the movie rating of these movies. And at last, we put these things under the PageRank part.
Next part is visualization. And for visualization, we decided to discover the relationship between genres and actors in terms of how successful they are and how many genres they have played. So we started by sorting the page rank we just got because we only want to know about the top actors as well as the bottom actors as a reference. So first we sort the page rank, and then we import a extra module that helps us to um, break up the cells of genres, because as we can see above, each movie has a lot of different genres that is stored in one cell. So in order to get how many genres one movie have, we have to break up the genres by separating them, splitting them by commas. So we created a new data frame, and we assigned the same columns to each one. But the only difference is that for genres we used a chain method that breaks up the genre by comma and then breaking them into separate rows. So now we get like a new data frame that has a lot of rows of one movie have different genres. And we discovered that there are too many genres, and a lot of them have similar meanings. So for a simpler visualization, we decided to merge some of the similar genres into the same one. So, for example, musical and music are two different genres, but we decided to use music for all of them. So after there are 11 different genres left. So we decided to first discover the relationship for the bottom 100 actors. So for the bottom 100 actors, we first getting all the page rank of the bottom 100, the sorted page rank, and then we used the first position, which is the actors. So now we retrieved the information of all the actors. And then we decided to create a new data frame and then append all the ones that have the bottom 100 actors into the new data frame. So now we get a data frame that contains only the movies that the bottom 100 actors have played. And then we used list and set to make sure that all the genres are unique, so we know like how many genres there are. And then we started to create the graph. So we first set the size to 2020 because it's a really simple graph, so it doesn't need a lot of space. And then we imported the edge list from the data frame we just created, and then using only primary name and genres because that is what we are interested about. And then we decided that the more movies a genre have, the bigger the node of genres will be. So, for example, if drama has 100 movies in it, it will be really big. But if a document genre has only 2 movies, it will be a really small node. So we used g.degree times 100 plus 1 to make sure that there is a relatively large weight on the title sites. And then we add the node list into the graph. And then for the second one, we decided to add also the nodes of actors into the graph. But this one will be really small because we don't care about different actors in this particular graph. And then we come up with a sorting method that the actors that have participated in one or more than one and less than 4 genres will have a node color of gray, and then between 3 and 7 will be light yellow, and then between 7 and 10 will be orange. And then for the authors that have participated in 10 or 11 genres, which is really, really high, we decided to give them a node color of red. But as we can see later, for the bottom 100 actors, there aren't any actors that have played in more than 7 genres. So it will be just really gray and yellow for this graph. And then we decided to add the labels. And then so we decided the genres and the people. But for the people, we don't really care about the people that have played in not very much genres. So we only gave name to those that have played more than 7 genres. And then we also added legend because it's a really important information about actors. And then we add the legend, and then we turn off the axis, and then draw the labels. And then that will be the graph right here. So as you can see, all the actors are in gray, which means that all the actors have only played from 1 to 3 genres for the bottom 100 actors. And then drama and action has 2 of the most movies in it, which makes sense because drama is a really big category, and then it's really popular, especially for those who, for the actors that are not really popular, because they will just play a drama movie and then left. So this is the first graph we got. The light blue one is genres, and we also labeled all of them. So it's clear to see how many actors have played in what. Now we move on to the second graph. This one is a similar graph because this one is for the actors with the actors of the top 20 actors with page rank. So in similar fashion, we just get all of their names and then created a empty data frame that has only the actors of the top 20. Same thing, we created a figure, and then we add all the title tags to make sure that the genres will be a relatively large knot. And then for this one, we use 200 instead of 100 because there will be less difference in genres, so we want to highlight the difference. So now the knot is going to be bigger, and then the difference between knot size will be also clearer to see. And then same thing, we add the knots, we make sure that the people that have played the most have the more of a red color. And then we add the legend, the labels, the nod to the graph, and then we turn off the axis, similar thing. And then here is the graph that we got. This is a much more interesting graph than the previous one, and then there's a lot more information that can be retrieved from this one as well. For example, now since the top 20 actors have participated in a lot of movies, the genres are going to be more. And then as you can see, the difference between genres actually decreased because a lot of people have participated in a wide range of genres, which makes each one really large, so there won't be much difference. And but still, drama and action are among the top, and then comedy and sci-fi also are among the top, which makes sense. And then for the actors, as we can see, Johnny Depp has participated in more than 10 genres, which is basically he participated in all of the genres. And then since we only labeled the ones that have participated in more than 7 genres, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 actors among the top 20. And then there are some that participate in, there are even gray knots, which is interesting because that means they are top actors, they are really popular, but they only played a few genres. For example, this one only has 4 or 5 genres. So basically that means he is interested in only those genres, and he keeps playing roles in those genres. And then for the third graph, we decided to see the interaction between actors. So this is basically a network of actors, but we also twist the graph to make sure to add all the movies to the actors. So each movie will be a really small gray dot around the actor, and the actor will be a really large orange knot. So we first make sure that all the movie names are unique, and then we make sure that the actors are the top 20 actors. And then we created a small graph and then add edge list, and then draw the nods, and then draw the edge, and then draw the labels, and draw the legends. It's really simple, similar fashion as the previous ones. So this is the graph we got. And as we can see, there are a lot of actors that have interact with each other. So these ones, so it means that popular actors tend to cooperate with each other. But interesting fact is that there are actors that have not interact with anyone in the top 20. And we suspect that it might be due to the fact that some actors are from different countries and cannot meet other top actors. For example, Jackie Chan is really famous and in China. He has played a lot of films, more than 100 films in China, but he only played, I think, 5 or 6 movies in America. So he is less likely to cooperate with the top 20 actors, and that is why he is alone and have no interaction with anyone. But another interesting fact we can see is that every actor has a lot of movies. That is because for the weight, we decided that it's more important for an actor to participate in a lot of movies, but the rating is less important compared to that. So each actor will have a lot of movies that he or she act in. So since we are curious about finding a formula that tells us how successful a movie will be, we decided to explore more about the dataset itself. So there are some simple graphs that we have done. The first one is a correlation graph that can tell us how related each variable is to average rating. And the second one are some graphs about the scatter plot of number of votes to rating, start year to rating, and movie length in rate to rating. And as we can see, for the last two, there aren't any obvious trend. So it tells us that there aren't really a obvious relationship between them. But for the first one, it's obvious to see that there are some sort of relationship. For the third part, 他妈这怎么是 count? Okay, for the third part, we did we want to see how many genres and how many movies in each one. So as we can see, drama has a lot of movies, and the second one is action, and the third one is comedy. But after we did a box plot, we can see that the average rating, or the medium of the average rating, is actually similar. So it tells us that genre doesn't really play a very important role on how successful a movie will be. And that is the end of our exploration and the end of our code.